All right, today we're journeying to one of the most mysterious and sacred places on the entire planet. We're talking about a mountain that's never been climbed, a peak that holds the secrets of not one, but multiple faiths. Today, we're diving into the incredible secrets of Mount Kailash.
But here's the thing. To really wrap our heads around the scale of what we're talking about, our story doesn't actually start on the mountain. Nope. It begins with a really recent, groundbreaking discovery over in Gujarat, India, where scientists just unearthed the fossil of an absolutely enormous prehistoric snake. And when I say enormous, I mean it. We're talking 50 feet long. That's longer than a school bus. This thing was so massive, so significant, that scientists gave it a very specific name, Vasuki indicus, which is a direct nod to a major figure from ancient Hindu heritage.
And this is where science and mythology just collide in the most fascinating way. You see, in the tradition, Vasuki is the king of snakes, the very same one who rests around the neck of the god Shiva. Now just stop and think about that for a second. If a 50-foot serpent is just a necklace, what does that say about the size of the god himself? And maybe more importantly, what kind of home would a god of that scale require?
Well, that legendary home is believed to be Mount Kailash. But you have to understand, for millions of people, Kailash is so much more than just a big mountain. It is seen as the very center of all existence. It's often called the cosmic axis. Think of it like the axle of a giant wheel that the entire universe spins around. It's the spiritual pivot point that many believe keeps our planet spinning perfectly, holding everything in a delicate cosmic balance. And what's really amazing is that this deep reverence isn't just from one culture. For Hindus, it's the home of Lord Shiva. For Buddhists, it's their sacred Mount Meru, the center of their universe. In Jainism, it's the spot where their very first great teacher achieved enlightenment. And in Tibetan beliefs, it's known as Shangri-La, a literal paradise on earth. So, this sacredness, it isn't some abstract idea. It's actually woven into these incredible stories and even physical mysteries that are kind of hidden in plain sight, right there at the mountain's base. Just take the famous legend of the demon king Ravana. This guy was so powerful and so arrogant that he decided he was just going to uproot Mount Kailash and move the whole thing. And the wild part is, he actually did it. He lifted the mountain. But Lord Shiva, who was just meditating on top, simply pressed down with his big toe. And that was it. The weight of the mountain trapped Ravana, teaching him a pretty serious lesson in humility.
But the mysteries go way deeper than just legends of gods and demons. There are some really strong beliefs about a place that's hidden from our world entirely, concealed right inside the mountain's core.
This legendary place is called Gyanyajanj, and it's described as more than just a city. It's like a living sanctuary, almost like a library of life that's being preserved and is just waiting for the world to start its next great cycle.
According to the lore, Gyanyajanj is where you'll find species that have gone extinct in our world, kept safe until the next golden age. It's also said to be the home of immortal sages and enlightened beings who go there when their work in our world is done. But the mysteries aren't just hidden inside. There's a puzzle right at the foot of the mountain that still baffles scientists today. I'm talking about the two lakes of Kailash.
And the contrast between them is just stunning. On one side, you have Lake Manasarovar. It's calm, the water is sweet and fresh, and it's teeming with life, all in a shape that's said to look like the sun. Then, just a stone's throw away, you have Rakshastal, the demon lake. Its water is salty and totally barren. It's always stormy with waves, and it's shaped like a crescent moon. Same altitude, same climate, but they couldn't be more different. It's a real head-scratcher.
And all this leads us to maybe the most famous mystery of them all. With all of our modern climbing technology and skill, why has no one ever stood on the summit of Mount Kailash?
It's a fascinating paradox, right? We've managed to climb Mount Everest, the world's tallest peak, thousands of times. But Mount Kailash, which is thousands of feet shorter, remains completely untouched. And the reason isn't physical, it's spiritual. For those who revere it, trying to climb Kailash would be the ultimate act of disrespect. It'd be like walking on the roof of a cathedral.
Now, there is one exception mentioned in old Tibetan texts. They say that over 900 years ago, a Buddhist mystic and magician named Milarepa was the one and only person to ever make it to the sacred peak.
And the mysteries aren't just ancient legends. There are modern, unexplained phenomena too. For generations, people who visit the mountain report a really strange biological effect. They swear their hair and nails grow noticeably faster while they're there. This has led to this pretty wild theory that maybe, just maybe, time itself passes differently in that place, maybe even speeding up the aging process.
So, since climbing to the top is considered the ultimate taboo, for the truly devout, the ultimate spiritual journey is to walk around its base.
This sacred walk is called the parikrama. It is a grueling 52-kilometer trek all the way around the mountain. It's an act of pure devotion that carries immense spiritual weight, and it also holds a curious little mathematical secret in its measurements.
For a pilgrim who takes on this journey, the spiritual payoff is considered to be enormous. It's believed that completing just one single lap of this holy mountain is enough to cleanse your soul of the sins from your past 108 lifetimes.
And this is where that mathematical secret comes in. Just look at these numbers. The length of the pilgrimage is 52 kilometers. Add those digits. 5 plus 2 equals 7. The mountain's height is 21,778 feet. Add those digits up. 2 plus 1 plus 7 plus 7 plus 8 equals 25. And what's 2 plus 5? It's 7. A numerical echo that many people believe is absolutely not a coincidence.
The reverence for this mountain is so deep that, because the pilgrimage is so difficult, the Indian government is actually developing a new viewpoint. This will let people who can't make the tough journey still witness the majesty of Kailash, right from Indian soil.
So after digging into all these layers of science and cultural heritage and these mysteries that just won't go away, we're left with one final and honestly kind of mind-bending question about what Mount Kailash really is. Is this stunning, perfectly symmetrical peak just a marvel of nature? Or, as some theorists and even some ancient texts suggest, could it be something else entirely? A massive artificial pyramid covered in snow and ice that was placed there with a deliberate cosmic purpose, to keep our world in balance. And that is a mystery that endures.